Hello, this is Miss Antriece with Heirs of Legends Media. Today we have the privilege and the honor has been bestowed upon us to sit down with Mr. Charles Allen. And in case you guys do not know, he is the heir of Eugene Allen. Eugene Allen, the butler of the White House. Everybody has probably seen this movie. The movie is absolutely fabulous. Not only is it fabulous, not only is the movie entertaining, but it's also very informational. And you know, it just goes through the different times of history and everything that our people had to go through just to make a dollar and just to make an honest living. Everything that he stood for, because apparently to be serving and to be the butler, eight consecutives, correct?
Eight consecutive presidents. From Truman to Reagan.
From Truman to Reagan, you guys. He had to be an upstanding man. How did your father feel about making a movie? And the reason I'm asking that question is because I know the movie was made after the passing of Mr. Eugene Allen. So how would he feel if he was here today? Would the movie have ever happened?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. And to answer you the first part of your question, he would probably be aghast. He was a very private man. He was a very modest man, very self-effacing man. And he just didn't like to draw attention to himself. So left to his own devices, you know, my father would have never participated in what I've come to call the Butler Project. The reason that this happened because my mother and his life partner, this was something that she wanted. And you know, my dad, you know, he pretty much lived his life, you know, for my mom. So my mom had passed. My mom had expressed to me, and she had expressed to me in no uncertain terms, that she wanted Dad to be recognized because he never, you know, brought any attention to him. So, and she knew that he was just an outstanding example of a human being.
What would Eugene Allen, as the man, not the butler, but as the man, what would he want his legacy or imprint within society to be?
He said to me, one of the little pearls of little nuggets of wisdom that he passed on to me. But he said to me, if you do a good job, he said, one day you will be recognized. And Eugene Allen, he did a good job, and he's been recognized. And it was funny what you said about Eugene Allen the man and Eugene Allen the butler, because the two were kind of inseparable. Because when he would come here, he would wait on my mother and I, you know, like he was at work. It was really kind of amusing. You know, can I get you this? Can I get you that? It's like, Dad, you know, sit down. Rest yourself. Right.
Step away from it all just for a minute.
Yeah, he was always the butler.
So let me ask you this. In regards to the movie and just the whole, I don't want to say hoopla because that sounds so casual, but I would say just all the interest that it has piqued. Overall, are you satisfied with the movie? And I mean, gosh, you had Forrest Whitaker portray your father. That's, wow, that would make me speechless. And Oprah Winfrey, you know, playing the role as your mother, that's pretty heavy.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's pretty heavy.
It's pretty incredible. Will Haygood and I, you know, we had talked extensively about this. And one of the things that came out of, one of the things that we, you know, and both Will and I are cinephiles. You know, we like the movie. We like to pretend like we were the producers. And so, you know, you're trying to figure, well, who's going to play your dad? And Will had said, he said, whoever does this, he said, this is going to be one of the more difficult roles to play. He said, because your father was very quiet, he was very reserved. He didn't do a lot of emoting. He said, whoever does this is going to have to be capable of a nuance. I said that Forrest was going to work that character to the extent that he did.
Right.
Because, and I've said this to other people, if you're looking at the Forrest Whitaker portrayal of Eugene Allen, it's about 95% in line with the way that he looked and carried himself.
Right.
And that's not just coming from me, it's coming from family members and close associates and friends.
Yes, sir.
So he did a knockdown, drag out job with that. Oprah, as the film went on, Oprah became more like my mother the further that the film went on. From my opinion, say at the point where Lewis has lost the congressional election, and she's telling Forrest that he should call. And from that moment on, if I closed my eyes, I could have sworn that was my mother talking.
Wow.
I could have sworn that was her talking.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah.
Well, again, you guys, this is Miss Antriece with Heirs of Legends Media, and today we had the honor and the privilege and the pleasure of sitting down with Mr. Charles Allen, and again, he is the son of Eugene Allen. Thank you so much.
Pleasure was mine.